So it's been over a month since my last update about the studio build down here. A few reasons for that. Number one, we had our baby, which is amazing, but preoccupied me for a couple weeks. Also, I have tried to film a video a couple times down here, but the audio is so bad with the echo and the lighting is so bad, I've just thought it wasn't worth putting up. And also, the progress has been a little slow, so I wanted to wait until there was more stuff to show you. But as you can see, walls are up, electrical is roughed in, so I'll back up and walk you through everything that's been happening. Okay, first the HVAC. So I explained what the plan was in the last video, and now you can see we've got this special HVAC ducts in. So this is a special insulated, flexible duct that comes from the main duct here inside the bulkhead, comes across through the ceiling and comes out there. Now that's gonna empty into a bulkhead, which is gonna get built here, and the air is actually gonna come out way on the other side of the room, which is gonna muffle all the sound. But honestly, I mean, just with this, in this room, I cannot hear any noise through that HVAC duct, which is pretty cool. So I think it's gonna be completely silent as far as the air exchange goes. And same thing with the air return. In the back of the room, we've got the same duct. And yeah, I cannot hear the furnace or air conditioner at all already. Next, we were also waiting on electrical. There was a big delay there because we had to get the panel changed out and moved, which was a big job involving the city turning the power off, and we had to wait, I think, a couple weeks for that to happen, but that all happened. So we've got the new panel here, and as you can see, it's a lot bigger, and we've got a lot of space for different circuits here. And that's because almost all of the outlets in this room are isolated ground circuits, which means they go straight back to the panel. So every single plug on the wall is actually its own little breaker switch. And my understanding is a little bit vague, to be honest, on this, but I believe that helps ensure that if there's any electrical hum or noise that's introduced in one of the outlets, it's not gonna spread around and come out all of the other plugs in the room. So you'll see on the front wall here, this is gonna be behind my desk. We've got 3 outlets there, one up top there in case I wanna put a TV screen in there. Martin really thinks I should do it. And then you can see in the side walls and in the back wall, we've got a few more outlets as well. Up on the ceiling, you'll see more wiring as well. So there's gonna be 2 track lights here in the middle section of the room. So there's gonna be one here near the front over my desk, and then another one here closer to the back. And then underneath the bulkheads, we're gonna have, I think, 4, maybe more pot lights in the bulkheads as well. So a variety of lighting, and there's gonna be some LED strips, which is gonna add a really cool effect. So those are gonna go on top of the acoustic treatment kind of apparatus that Martin has designed. It's a little hard to explain, so I'm just gonna have to show you that later, but that's what we're doing for lighting. The pot lights, track lights in the middle. There's gonna be acoustic panels lined up here as well, and then the LEDs around the sides and back, which I think should turn out pretty cool. So once the electrical was roughed in, that brings us to the walls. We could start putting those up. And again, we're doing 3 layers. So it's pretty heavy duty, right? You can see how thick this is. It's 1 layer of drywall, which is then quickly mudded and taped, then a layer of plywood. And that's just gonna help us have something for screws to grab onto if we're hanging things on the wall. And then another layer of drywall on top of that. So all 3 layers are up now. It's pretty intense, but I think it's gonna make the sound isolation pretty great down here. So one little special challenge we have in this room is with this electric panel area, this has to be accessible, right? We can't just build a wall and seal it in. Obviously, we need to be able to access this panel, flip the breakers, be able to get there for any repairs or upgrades or anything in the future. So right now the plan is that we're gonna have a removable section of the wall. And it has to just pop straight off because there's gonna be kind of an apparatus of acoustic panels hanging here in front of it as well. So it's gonna be a little tight here, but you can see we've got this kind of stepped design here around the edge. So we're gonna have a piece that's kind of nests in there and sits in there and hopefully is held on by some strong magnets or something. And then I'll be able to just come in here, grab some handles, pop it off, put it down, and hopefully that'll work out all right. That's the plan as of now. So that's where we're at right now. Next step is these walls need to continue to be mudded and taped and sanded, primed, painted. We need to build the other bulkhead on this section of the room, which is gonna be that empty air chamber that I explained before. Then we've got flooring, putting in the light fixtures, and then all of the acoustic treatment needs to be built. So still a little ways to go, but now that the walls are up, it's starting to feel a little closer to the end of the road. I'm super anxious to get this thing done and actually start working down here. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. Right now, I'm just going through picking fabrics for the acoustic panels and paint colors. Planning to go pretty dark and vibey with the colors in here. Nice dark wood floor, similar wall color and panel color as you've seen in my current space and my other videos. So that's the update for today. If you guys have any questions about anything I've said about what's going on here, just drop a comment below and I'll try to answer it there, or at least cover it in the next video. So I hope the next update, this room is pretty much finished and I'll show you the end result. All right, take care guys.